Ladies and gentlemen, this next award recognises an elite athlete with a disability who has achieved at the highest level in his or her sport in the past year. The Attitude Sport Performer of 2010 will take home a Panasonic TV, courtesy of Harvey Norman. Thank you, Mr. Norman, or as I like to call you, just Harvey. Attitude is delighted to have Toyota New Zealand joining as a sponsor for the first time this year, and joining us from Toyota is Product Manager Mr. Spencer Morris. With him, a man well known to all of us as a former All Black turned Auckland Warrior, co-presenter of Sports Cafe and Game of Two Halves, a company director, and more recently co-author of A Guide to New Zealand Blokes, and perhaps there's no one better qualified to write that. Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand's Larrikin-in-Chief, Mr. Mark Ellis, with Spencer. Mark and Spencer.
Thank you, Simon, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of Toyota New Zealand and Signature Class Cars, I'm truly delighted to be able to present the Sports Performer Award for 2010. By partnering with Attitude, we've been able to learn about the needs of motorists with a disability. We call this mobility, and we think we're making good progress with some big new initiatives due to emerge in 2011.
Kia ora. If you're up for this award, you've probably won a national title, maybe even represented your country at a chosen sport. When you look at the finalists, you'll see they've exceeded all the standards by a fair whack. 2 Paralympic gold medalists, a national champion, not only here but in the States as well. They're an outstanding bunch of guys. The finalists for the Attitude Sport Performer Award are
skiing gold medalist Adam Hall headed to the Winter Paralympics this year with a focus so clear, no one doubted he could win the gold medal.
I kind of tell people that Vancouver's like my girlfriend in a way because I sleep about it, I dream about it, everything is about it.
Adam was born with spina bifida. He has no sensation in his feet, yet somehow he manages to fly down the ski slope at almost 120 kilometres per hour. Shooter Michael Johnson's a Paralympic gold and bronze medalist, and New Zealand's first IPC shooting world champ.
When I first started about 8 years ago, it was just a bit of a hobby to keep me busy, and it sort of snowballed.
He also holds the world record in his class. Carl Murphy burst onto the adaptive skiing scene in 2008. He's the current New Zealand adaptive snowboard champion.
My goal is to get first place in at least one of the World Cups.
Carl was born with a congenital defect to his right leg and foot. His leg was amputated when he was 2 years old.
Growing up, going through school with a disability and always competing at school level with able-bodied kids, I don't get the chance to win very often. It's an awesome feeling competing with people with similar disabilities.
And the winner is Adam Hall.
Adam is unable to join us tonight. As a true professional, he's already back at his training base in Winter Park, Colorado. We do, though, have a short video message for you from Adam himself.
I just want to thank all you guys for your support, and what an honour and a privilege it is, again, to receive this award. And I just want to leave by saying thank you to everybody at Attitude and the New Zealand public for your support over the previous months. It was obviously a good achievement to win this gold medal. And then also, with the roller coaster emotion with losing mum in a car accident just after the games as well. And I've really felt the support from the New Zealand public, and I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a good night and celebrates well. Thank you. I'm a professional in what I do. It's basically my job. It's my full-time job. I probably work 2 to 3 times harder than any full-time employee or business owner out there in the community. It's basically what I do. I do it for free. I do it for the love and the passion.
Gold medalist Adam Hall is a good Kiwi bloke. He grew up on the family farm just outside of Dunedin and spent his summers helping out. Gold medal aside, he still mucks in when he's home. Adam's used to getting up early and working hard. That discipline has been key to his international skiing success.
Most days, I'd be up at 5 in the morning off to the gym, and then back up on the mountain training all day, and then back to the gym, and it would just be a daily regime. And when I went to the races, it really paid off.
Yep. Adam was born with spina bifida and skis more smoothly than he walks. Yep. His parents always encouraged their son to get the most out of life.
Oh, so you knew how to drive the tractor?
Yeah.
You knew how to milk the cows?
Yeah.
You remembered?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
His mum, Gail, tragically died in a car accident this year. Throughout Adam's childhood, she spent her winters driving him to and from the ski fields. Whenever Attitude interviewed her, it was clear she was his most passionate supporter.
It would be possible that, with all he's achieved, that he could walk around and think, I am wonderful, but he doesn't. He's got more to do. He's only halfway there. He's got a wee way to go, and yeah, we pump it up and he brings it down.
At the time of that interview, Adam was yet to win his gold medal. He was spending New Zealand winters in Wanaka, away from the gaze of mum.
I don't really look at any forecast or anything. I just wake up in the morning and whatever it is, it is. Knife, measuring tape, and straight.
Adam is referred to in skiing as a four-tracker. His skis are tethered with rope.
Wouldn't make a very good carpenter, that's for sure.
And instead of ski poles, he uses two crutches with mini skis for balance.
Oh, I don't have the muscles in my legs to keep my legs together, so when the string snaps, both my legs go whatever way they decide to go on the day.
As he trained and raced towards the Paralympics, every competition was treated as a forerunner to that gold medal. His final preparations were on the slopes of Winter Park in Colorado, USA. Adam Hall was the most severely disabled athlete in his class, racing as a standing skier. Adam's spina bifida means he has no feeling in the lower half of his legs and no sensation in his feet whatsoever. Adam competes in the slalom, giant slalom, super combined and downhill.
Adam's probably the hardest working athlete in the world right now. He comes out here, has a tremendous work ethic, and that work ethic is shown through in his success in the World Cup level.
Finally, the moment came in March of this year, the Vancouver Winter Paralympics.
Oh no! Oh no, Adam Hall has probably slid out of contention right there.
But the farmer's son from Central Otago pulled it off.
But he still wins it! Unbelievable!
To race like he did, crash, then win, seems all the sweeter when you understand Adam's commitment and courage.
Last year, ladies and gentlemen, we introduced the Attitude Hall of Fame, the idea being to recognise outstanding lifelong service to the community of people with a disability. The first inductee was Robert Martin, an international champion of self-advocacy for people with an intellectual disability. To read the citation for the second inductee to the Attitude Hall of Fame, it's my honour and pleasure to welcome the Governor-General, the Right Honourable Sir Anand Sachinand.
May I begin my contribution, ladies and gentlemen, by greeting everyone in the languages of the realm of New Zealand. Greetings, kia ora, kia orana, whakalofalahi atu, taloha ni, and as it is evening, good evening. It now gives me much pleasure to announce that the second person to be inducted into the Hall of Fame is Don McKenzie. Don is a person who has never allowed his disability to hold him back and who has worked tirelessly for those with disabilities and for the community more generally. His citation, which I now have the honour of reading, goes as follows. Don McKenzie was born with limited sight and was 7 years old when he lost all sight. Despite the devastating setback that losing his sight must have been, this very determined youngster set about proving that he could not only deal with his disability, but compete on level terms with his peers. Don excelled at the School for the Blind in Parnell and went on to become one of its first pupils to have a mainstream education at Auckland Grammar. He then broke new ground again, winning a scholarship to study at the North London School of Physiotherapy, and later returned to New Zealand, well qualified to set up his own practice in Manurewa. At the same time, despite a busy professional and family life, Don was engaging in active and passionate advocacy for the blind. In 1981, Don's outstanding leadership was recognised when he was made an officer of the British Empire, OBE, for services to the blind and to physiotherapy. In recent months, Don's life has taken a new turn. A resident of Waiheke Island for the past 11 years, he has just been elected to the Waiheke Local Board of the new Auckland Council. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we salute and celebrate the extraordinary achievements and leadership of the 2010 inductee to the Attitude Hall of Fame, Mr. Don McKenzie.
Kia ora tātou. My boss, Len Brown, I don't know whether he's out there. He had to go home. Well, there we are. It's a tough life at the top of Auckland City. You know, I think tonight that we're all winners because a lot more people know a great deal more about what can be done. And that is what tonight is all about. You know, New Zealand is the richer for tonight because it's seen the effort, it's seen the skills, it's seen the self-esteem of people on display. I am absolutely humbled by this award, and I want to thank my wife, Rosemary, who's down the back there somewhere. Thank you. Because, you know, without your family, without your colleagues, without your friends, you're not anything. You know, I don't think that I've done anything very remarkable. I've done what I think has been right at the time. When I've seen unfairness and inequity, I've challenged that. When I've seen wisdom in other people, I've embraced that and relished it. When I've seen and experienced compassion, I've certainly have welcomed that. So, and when there's a job, I've just done it. And I've learned from it, and oftentimes I've failed. But I've learned from that as well. Let's keep building a society that is caring, inclusive, and responsive, just like we're doing now. As I say, I'm greatly honoured with this award. I'm greatly honoured to have been part of the journey towards a more enlightened New Zealand, as demonstrated tonight by your achievements, but also by the achievements of those people with the lived experience of disability, the thousands who you and I know are out there and battle with it every day. Thank you ever so much. I am deeply honoured.
Congratulations, what a marvellous inductee.